Have you read 1 Chronicles 22? Have you considered what you are leaving behind or passing along? This doesn't necessarily have to be about you dying or about death, but it can also be about passing the baton or torch onto those who will fill your role after you retire or move to a new position. In the example of King David, he is nearing the end of his life. I suspect, much like in our own situations, we have multiple choices on what we will or will not do. Let's take a brief look at one of the decisions he made in the preparation of his passing. 1 Chronicles 22, verse 5. David said, "My son Solomon is young and inexperienced, and the house that is to be built for the Lord must be exceedingly great and famous and glorious in all the lands. Therefore, I will make provision for it." So David made lavish preparations for it before his death. If you remember, David had originally wanted to build a house for God, but was not allowed to do so by God. Rather than sulk in the rejection, David followed the vision as far as he was allowed by assembling the materials, capital, and workers needed. David wanted the house of God, the temple, to be worthy of the only living God, particularly in light of the other temples for empty idols. This house wasn't about David. This house wasn't to bring recognition or glory to David. So many times our legacies are about us. They're to remind those who come later about all the wonderful things we have done. Instead, David intended this to be about God, about a house where the nation could seek God out and reconcile their relationship with God. Are we making lavish preparations for those who follow that would bring glory to God? Are we leaving a pathway for others to grow in their relationship with God? What would those practical and tangible actions be? David was leaving stacks of lumber, stone, and other building materials to be used for the house of the Lord. He couldn't force them to build the house, but he could help to make it a possibility. There will be leaders who eventually will take the baton from us. Prepare the way so that they can go further. Keep reading, encourage others to read, and expect to find more gems to help us live like Jesus. Thank you.